Welcome to Đồng Nai Radio and Television Station. Here are the news today. At the government headquarters, on the 7th of August, Prime Minister Nguyễn Xuân Phúc presided over a meeting of the Standing Committee on the Prevention and Control of the COVID-19 pandemic. Attending the meeting were leaders of ministry, branches, and 12 provinces and cities at the online conference. At Đồng Nai, Chairman of the Provincial Party Committee Cao Tiến Dũng and Vice Chairman Nguyễn Hòa Hiệp attended the meeting. Emphasizing fast and accurate testing is the key to preventing the spread of the epidemic. Prime Minister Nguyễn Xuân Phúc requested not to let the shortage of biological products and medical supplies for epidemic prevention and control occur. The Ministry of Health should coordinate and timely support facilities, testing capacity, and professional human resources for epidemic localities. The spirit is to ensure adequate medical equipment and supplies for epidemic localities, not to lack bioproducts and medical supplies. Regarding the supply of masks, leaders of the Ministry of Industry and Trade said that Vietnam's production capacity is very large, can produce 150 million pieces per day. Currently, both medical masks and fabric masks are sufficient to ensure the fight against epidemics. The Prime Minister emphasized that wearing a mask is the current requirement. The Prime Minister also agreed to require all citizens with smartphones to install Blue Zone apps to contribute to the detection and prevention of COVID-19 infections. Speaking after the meeting, the Prime Minister also stated that the war against COVID-19 in Vietnam has begun to a peak period, requiring higher determination with stronger and more determined measures. In the face of the complicated COVID-19 pandemic, the current goal is that the whole society must join hands to repel the outbreak. To achieve this goal, the information and propaganda for disease prevention in the province have been focused on by all levels and branches, especially in the cultural sector. This is the trending atmosphere for the programs of the Provincial Mobile Propaganda Team as soon as the People's Committee of Đồng Nai Province announces the continued implementation of measures to prevent the COVID-19 epidemic in the province. The Mobile Propaganda Team has built new, attractive, and lively art, integrating essential contents on epidemic prevention and control to deliver to the people. The new thing of this propaganda wave is the application of information technology. The training programs are recorded and then sent back to the localities to distribute to the people. Besides, we are using social media as a propaganda channel, which is quickly and widely accessible. Along with that, every day, Đồng Nai Cultural and Film Center assigns 9 mobile propaganda vehicles to get to 11 districts and cities to propagate the contents and recommendations of the Ministry of Health for disease prevention. The center also prints and publishes thousands of promotional pictures in the form of the Agency for Foundation Culture to send to localities. They coordinate localities to visually promote propaganda in the form of panels, posters, and banners from the province to the base level. Brand sees a resurgence of the COVID-19 pandemic. Wearing masks is now a measure that people pay special attention to. On the 7th of August, President Emmanuel Macron recommended that people make a habit of wearing masks even when outdoors. Speaking to the press, Mr. Macron mentions the medical situation caused by the COVID-19 epidemic in France. In his answer, he expressed a clear and straightforward point of view on the issue of wearing masks. According to Mr. Macron, the time has come for people to develop a habit of wearing masks. It is necessary to have a habit of wearing a mask, he said. We already know precautions like hand washing, keeping distance, wearing a mask when in an enclosed space and outdoors if it is required. But I recommend every citizen, when we cannot keep a safe distance, wear a mask as a precaution. On the 7th of August, the report of the U.S. Department of Labor showed that U.S. jobs increased by more than 1.76 million last month after hitting a record increase of more than 4.79 million in June and 2.7 million in May. The drop in new jobs is evidence that the COVID-19 outbreak is slowing down hiring and slowing the recovery of the U.S. economy. The outbreak of COVID-19 started again at the end of June. That resulted in double the number of new infections per day in the U.S. in the middle of last month. However, the number of new infections appears to be decreasing. Due to the big outbreak of the epidemic recently, governments of many states and cities were forced to order the closure of restaurants, bars, as well as other businesses. That is the end of the news today. Thank you for tuning in.